Very next day, he issued an ordinance. Issued an ordinance by which Mr. Naren Mishra becomes the secretary of the Prime Minister. I just want to ask one question. From 13th of September 2013 to 10th of May 2014, 423 meetings which officially he is holding. Everywhere he is saying that within 100 days names will be there. He was telling that the all money 4,60,000 crores will come. He was telling every account holder in this country will get 15 lakhs in his account. Even a single penny, single penny, you will be brought back. And now all of a sudden I just want, when you can bring an ordinance for Nipendra Mishra, why you are not bringing a legal ordinance or legal course to bring this name here?
Why are you covering up for the Congress today? Congress can fight for the. Why are you distracting attention of the debate?
I am not. No,
you are diverting attention on behalf of Dr. Singhvi today.
I am not.
Can I come in? Why don't you? One second. One minute. Why don't you ask a question? Why don't you? Okay, 1 minute. Why don't you ask a question? Why don't you ask a question, Atul Kumar Anjan? That did Abhishek Manu Singhvi. No, 1 second.
That art you are having, let me allow me to speak something. The crime, all this has been committed by the Congress party. And if the names are coming and the names will be revealed, who will be the real people? I know some corporate houses, those who are very friendly with the NDA and Narendra Modi, their names will also be revealed. And basically, the Congress party was also
Respond, Professor, yes. Professor, yes. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, yes. Professor, yes.
Arnav, I want to respond. I want to clarify 2 points.
Quickly.
I want to clarify 2 points. Substantial portion of the Congress rule post Indira Gandhi, Communist Party which this gentleman is talking about was totally involved and supportive of it. 1. 2. There is a Mitra Cohen archives which is opened up and which is going to be translated.
Professor, you are teaching with the old notes. Professor, you have not gone to a new
talking
school.
about
Professor,
me using the old notes. But he is using the new notes. The Mitra Cohen, so the entire Russian money is also going to be opened up. And their old notes, it's okay. Russian money is old notes. Your euro and dollar are new notes. But in either case, that is also going to be exposed.
From where you have come, I don't know.
All the
but I know you are
time,
in the name of
the entire
politics. You are
UPA
coming
was part of the Congress party. What is he talking?
Now, I don't find you.
You are Nur Hassan, Mohan Kumar
talking correctly. I am talking you.
You are not talking correctly. You are part and parcel of the Congress regime.
I am talking you.
You are part and parcel of the Congress regime.
The time of the listener. You stand nowhere, you are not answerable to anybody.
My question, 1 minute. My question tonight is to Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra wanted to come in with a counter to Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Let's get the BJP and the Congress back to the debate.
Let me speak, Abhishek Singhvi.
Sambit Patra to Dr. Singhvi. Yes, go ahead, Sambit.
Or no, I don't want to answer to what Mr. Atul Anjan was saying. Atul Anjan ji was saying that the professor reads out from old notes. He should also remember that Communist Party is an expired note altogether. No one reads from those notes. So forget Atul Anjan's reaction. No, I will speak. No. Oh, you will only speak and we'll all keep quiet. Sir, let us not have rhetorics. Please don't waste the time of the listeners. Don't behave as an old teacher. Times have changed. Don't behave as an old headmaster. Times have changed. Let the young people take over. Please relax. Let me talk. See, the most important, we have learned great things from the professor today. He brought out some very essential points. I had only one point on which I want to clarify. And this is a very interesting debate in which this clarification is utmostly important. Pursuant to what the Supreme Court did, Supreme Court wanted that the names of the ones who holded black money should be given to the petitioner. The names were given to the petitioner and the petitioner even made some part of it public. This was taken as an offensive by the Germans. The Germans even wrote a letter to this present government that if you keep on doing this, then your sources of information will dry and we will not be able to reveal the names in the future. Now tell me, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you have been demanding that we should come up with these names. Is it not a ploy by the government? I mean, is it not a ploy by the Congress to trap the government that please come up with the names so that you dry your sources and further names do not come up?
Now I've been hearing mostly a cacophony and then Arnab and Sambit for the last, I think, 10-15 minutes. If I can have an uninterrupted 2 minutes, 120 seconds, but I'm sure I will not. First and foremost, I'm amused at Arnab's great discomfiture unless Mr. Atul Anjan necessarily does Congress bashing. Arnab is very perturbed that everybody is saying even a word which supports the Congress. I don't think that's the role of an anchor. Second, the irony is missed completely on everybody. Here we have a whole 40-minute, 30-minute program discussing on a hypothesis, something released as pure sensationalism, titillation by the government's senior-most minister, not saying anything, not revealing names, and we must answer in the negative that if the big IF, if I say that A's aunt's uncle's nephew committed a crime,
not A's aunt's uncle's nephew,
aunt's nephew's uncle. One sec. Now, I said 2 minutes. I said I knew you wouldn't be patient. I told you in advance. At least
complete your point. Complete your point.
Disprove. Now, so we must discuss and the Congress must prove the negative without the BJP, which is wanting to discuss a hypothesis, revealing a single name.
But we were not, I was not asking you about the hypothesis.
Third point, 1 minute.
I was asking you a very different question.
One second. Let me complete. Mr. Arun Jaitley, that's the answer to you, Mr. Patra. Mr. Arun Jaitley has given verbatim, the same statement Mr. Pranab Mukherjee gave. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee was equally cognizant of the law and he pleaded helplessness. On the very day he did it, the same Mr. Jaitley as leader of the opposition and Mr. Modi outside Parliament.
So how many of the 800 names
all over the campaign?
So how many of the 800 names did you reveal?
The Congress is hiding.
How many of the 800
the Congress is avoiding.
No, how many of the 800
only a ploy now. Instead of your question is answered. Your question is answered by a simple question. All this was a ploy. When reality check sets in, when you get into the saddle of governance, you say exactly the same thing.
I have just
word to word take out the statement.
Now,
and last but not the least, we didn't make a promise.
No, you have made
a promise.
You have
made 100 days. We'll bring back 100
No, but you have done a U-turn, which is worse. You have done a U-turn, which is worse. 1 minute, Sambit. Okay, Sambit, 1 minute. You see...
No, I just want to ask one question.
No, let me ask one question, then I'll come to you. You see, Dr. Singhvi realizes tonight that he is stuck. And I'll tell you why he is stuck. Because Dr. Singhvi heard me say something but did not respond to it.
Verdicts, anchor is supposed to answer.
Sir, I'll tell you.
Arnab is supposed to give verdicts or supposed to give questions. You are giving verdicts. That's
Sir, I'll tell you one thing. Sir, I'll tell you one thing.
Don't give a subjective verdict.
No, I have a limitation. No, 1 second. I have a limitation. And I have a weakness. I have a weakness. Let me share it with you.
Ask a question.
Fine. Let me share it with you. I'm telling you tonight. I'm telling you I have a weakness. My weakness is that when I ask a question, I look at the body language of the individual. Sometimes the people like you listen to the question, but you pretend you didn't hear it. And that is revealed through your body language, not your words. And then you want to ask a counter question to skirt the basic question. So I repeat the question I asked exactly 7 minutes back. And if you want more than 120 seconds to respond, I will give it to you. My question was this. Please tell me, today you are telling the people of India, reveal all the 800 names. Is it true that till 6 months back, you were arguing that the disclosure of the names will violate all the confidentiality clauses of the international protocol? Yes or no, sir?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Can I answer?
Your time starts now, sir.
I think you missed the point completely, Arnab.
I asked the question, sir.
Completely. I'm astonished.
I'm astonished and you're still not answering.
The answer is there and you are missing it. You are still missing it. I am answering rhetorically.
Why rhetorically?
No problem, reveal all the 800. Can I please finish, Arnab? This is not the way. Not even a sentence. I am answering a question. I asked rhetorically, please give all the 800 names.
Why rhetorically? You mean don't mean it?
That exactly what Mr. Pranab Mukherjee felt. 1 second. He said you cannot reveal the names because a crime has to be committed and investigated, charge sheeted.
Okay.
Which is when the BJP said we can't, we are hiding names.
Yeah.
So now what was sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander.
Sir, I say.
Now, can I come in or no over here?
Counter.
Reality check is set in now.
I have one more question for you.
Check is set in now.
One sec, counter's coming in. Professor's got his hand raised. M.R. Venkatesh has also got his hand raised. 1 second, please.
Arnab,
Counter's coming in.
This is why the professor said it's puzzling.
No. M.R. Venkatesh. M.R. Venkatesh, please. M.R. Venkatesh. M.R. Venkatesh says no.
Two governments seem to have
M.R.
the same.
Venkatesh from Chennai responding to. 1 second, sir. Chennai responding to Dr. Singhvi. I'm going to come to all. Yes, please.
Two governments have the same interpretation.
Dr. Singhvi, answer this first. Where is the DTAA coming in if the names have been sourced by the Germans as in the manner in which Professor explained? There was no double taxation involved in the first place. Yeah, please.
Let me answer.
That is the question.
Let me answer. Now, that is a view which you have, which I can respect. It is a view which the professor has, which we can respect. But unfortunately for you, it is consistently the opposite view of a BJP and a Congress government violently opposed to each other. And both the views identical is that you cannot reveal under the DTA.
Okay, second counter.
Only under the DTA.
Second counter.
And this can be asked only under the DTA.
From
now what do I do?
Second
I am not superior to an army of bureaucrats and ministers in the Congress and the BJP which hold the same view.
Second counter.
I cannot say that I consider the view of Mr. Venkatesh or
he's not accepting it. He's not taking it. He wants to ask a second counter. I'm letting him. 1 second, M.R. Venkatesh. M.R. Venkatesh has a right to a rebut.
Two governments.
A very
Mr.
important
Venkatesh has a right to a rebut.
needs to be known over here. Allow me to put this point.
Is an artificial injection. Artificial injection, Dr. Singhvi, this doesn't hold water at all. You know it very well.
I agree with you. Okay, let me agree with you. Let me agree with you. No, 1 minute. Let me agree with you.
Okay.
Why did Mr. Arun Jaitley less than 24 hours ago invoke the DTA? Why did Mr. Jaitley invoke the DTA 24 hours ago? Please answer that.
But why did you do the same thing 6 months back? Why did you do the same thing 6 months back?
Let me explain. Yes. 16 DTAs, 1 minute, this is very important answer. Arnab, you'll be astonished. 16 DTAs were done by the BJP, 78 were done by the Congress. The 16 DTAs done by the BJP did the same clause, exactly verbatim the same clause. They changed 2 or 3 other clauses, but they kept the same confidentiality clause, as Mr. Jaitley is now complaining that the Congress has done. Out of 92 DTAs, the division is 16.
No, don't make it technical.
16 by the BJP.
This is hilarious. 1 second, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. No, Sambit. No, Sambit, let me come in. 1 second. This is not the point. This is not the point. No, 1 second. Just a minute. You see, 1 second. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me come in. No, 1 second. You see 1 second. You 1 minute. Just a minute. Sambit, let me steer this conversation. 1 second. You see, 1 second. Dr. Singhvi, can you hear me? Dr. Singhvi now tries to make another compelling argument to move away, and now you putting the argument of numbers. You did 16, we did 78. 16 into 6. 16 into 6. Numbers. So, 16 into 6 is roughly about 80. So you did about 6 times as many as we did, but you did 1, we did 6. For every one of yours, we did 6, but don't forget you did the 1. That's not the question. The question tonight is, ladies and gentlemen, I am asking this question to you. Should I allow the politicians to confuse this debate in a discussion on clauses of agreements, or should we look at the moral and ethical dimensions of this issue? I am asking a moral and ethical question, which I truly want the very eminent lawyer, Dr. Singhvi, who I unfortunately have to observe is today being more of a lawyer than a spokesperson. I want him to answer a moral question. Moral question is this. You had the names of the accounts. If 1 out of those 800 was that of a minister, if 1 out of the 800 was that of a minister who had an illegal account, 1 out of the 800, okay, and you had those names with you, and you allowed that person to continue as a minister, and therefore represent the government of India and a government of 1.2 billion people, if one of the 800 people was in the Manmohan Singh cabinet, tell me, Dr. Singhvi, is it not even bigger than delaying action on Raja? Is it not bigger than any of the scams in your government? Is it not bigger than the CWT scam, the moral dimensions that you knew one of the people had an account and therefore that person should have gone under an investigation, should have gone under an investigation or been removed? And can you tell me today, was such a person removed? Did the government remove any such person under suspicion of holding a wrong account?
Arnab, let me stop your unending question. Can I ask you, how many ifs were there in your question?
Sir, there is only one if, and I think that...
Horses,
no, 1 second.
All of us would fly.
Okay, so here's one question.
You know the names, you may be privileged.
No.
None of us know the names.
No, you
but
should,
yes,
you should
if I knew
you should say
that the aunt,
you should say the situation will never arise.
Then yes,
you should say the situation will never arise. You should say, Arnab, how can you even imagine that something like this could happen? Why don't you say that today? I am challenging you. Why don't you say that?
I never say never again. I never say never again because I don't have the certitude which you do.
No certitude.
Because you know the names and you have certitude.
Sir,
I only proceed on facts available, not on speculation, which is what this whole program is about. Because what you are saying is, if this had happened, then that would have happened, and then this should have happened.
I am asking you, and I am asking the viewer of the Newshour tonight also this question. I want you to talk about this. Should this black money holder, whoever that person is, come forward, confess or be exposed? Ask Abhishek Manu now a second time. Abhishek Manu Singhvi a second time. And Abhishek Manu Singhvi simply throws counter questions and accusations and observations on my certitude. I am telling you, sir, I don't know about my certitude, but I have a moral compass and so do you. And I ask you tonight to look at the arc of your own moral compass and answer a question that if in your government there was a person who had an illegal account and if you had the name of that person as one among the 800, did you do an investigation on that person? Did you remove that person or let the person continue? So allowing a scam to happen is a big thing. But allowing a person...
if I don't know the if?
No, but sir, it's a very... why don't you say it's impossible?
How do I remove a person if I don't know the if?
Why don't you say a Congress government would never have allowed it?
How can I deal with this kind of a beautiful speculative
But why don't you say a Congress government would never have allowed it?
It can have only answers which are subjective.
So are you not sure?
It can only have answers which are subjective.
Are you not sure?
And I don't have the luxury or the privilege of indulging in subjectivity.
But are you not sure?
Your morality is somebody else's immorality.
Your
immorality is somebody else's morality.
But
we can go on as facts.
Immorality is immorality.
And if your facts are you not sure? By 20 ifs,
Sir, you scurried to file a plea in May for an early hearing of your review petition against the order of making public the details of the black money case and activating a special investigation team to carry out a speedy probe in this case. Sir, 1 minute. Given that this happened at a time when your days in New Delhi were numbered.
Known in one day. It's as simple as that.
So was it a ploy to somehow shield your own? Were you shielding your own?
You can stop them having the if program. You can then have a real program.
So why
don't the BJP reveal the name tomorrow and we'll have a real program rather than if program.
Sambit Patra reveal the name, we'll have a real program.
Look at the irony of it.
Not till then.
We are discussing this. We are discussing this in the ifs and ifs. And you are browbeating with a stick somebody on an if.
Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, even I would not preempt
somebody for murder on an if.
Just a second, even I am not preempting any names. Let us go back and let me ask a question from the past. Why were you protecting Hassan Ali? Please answer. Whose agent was Hassan Ali? Why were you protecting Hassan Ali?
So now the debate has changed, has it?
No, debate is not
now the debate has changed, has it?
Why?
Your
intentions are always the debate at least.
Your intentions
I hope you are accepting.
Always the same.
I hope you are accepting your helplessness in revealing the name of that great if.
The intention of Congress is to loot this country, and if you do not know the if, then at least you know the past. You know the reality. Please answer Hassan Ali. Everyone knows about Hassan Ali over here.
These are subjective words.
Or Moem Qureshi, for that matter of fact.
No, that means you accept. That means that you accept. That means you accept that at least you are helpless about revealing this great if name, which Arnab is so obsessed about.
Was there a name? No, I'm not obsessed. The whole country is
helpless.
The whole country wants to know.
With the entire government machinery with you.
We are all following the rule of the land which you did not follow. We are following the rule of the land. And as the Finance Minister said, when a charge sheet would be filed, definitely, if there is a name, it would crop up. Anyone's name, forget any union minister, anyone's name would crop up when a charge sheet would be filed.
That's right. That's the answer I wanted. That's the answer Arnab was waiting for.
No, it's not the answer I want. The answer.
In which case, the program is futile.
Sir, the question which I am asking you this:
what is? We are shooting in the dark.
Okay, so one more question. No, 1 second. 1 minute. Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
If you are so sure that no one has committed, if you are so sure that no one has committed any error in your party, why is the Congress so upset today? Why is it feeling so threatened today? Yesterday you wanted us to declare.
We are writing you.
Today you are saying, why are you declaring the names?
Look at who is scared. Look at who is running furtively concealing names.
Dr. Singhvi, there are some ifs.
Reveal it tomorrow.
1 minute.
You are not revealing the names. You are government and you are telling me I am helpless.
1 minute.
You are not revealing it with all your power. With all your power, you are not revealing it. And you are calling us names.
No, I am not calling you names. I am not calling you names. If you have nothing to hide.
Your command,
1 second.
You are unable to reveal it.
Okay, so you know what Dr. Singhvi does not like the word if. Dr. Singhvi does not like the word if. This is my observation. So I will replace the word. And Dr. Singhvi, I haven't finished. I have one more question for you. So if I ask Dr. Singhvi the question, if you have nothing to hide, he'll say, see, there's another if. So I will not ask him that question. I will replace if with should. And I will ask Dr. Singhvi the question, unless he now says, why do you have to should to your question? Should you have nothing to hide? Tell me, Dr. Singhvi. Should you have nothing to hide, will you ensure that each one of your Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha MPs who has served in the last 10 years puts out a written affidavit duly certified by the Congress party president that they have no illegal money in foreign bank accounts? Will you do that? Will you do that, sir?
Will you please
Will you do that, sir?
No, let me answer you 3 ways if you allow me to answer. If you don't interrupt me, I'll answer it. Yes, if there's a requirement in law.
There's no requirement in law. Why wouldn't you do it voluntarily?
1 second.
There's a national debate on it.
1 second. Will you, 1 second. Please let me answer. Will you please ask all the 750 MPs without a law, just by an executive fiat to do it? We'll again do it. But please also then, Arnab, ask the 1.25 billion people, all of them to say in the negative that they have never done something which they've never done.
What?
I don't understand.
No, what?
The
No,
logic.
this is that argument. No, 1 second. So your argument is all Indians have done something wrong. We might have to.
You are a politician. Please
for 750 MPs, we should all file an affidavit that we have no foreign account.
Yes, do it.
No foreign account. I am prepared to do it with all the 750 MPs if they do it.
No, but this argument of yours that all 1.2 billion Indians have done something wrong. So don't ask us. No, if you are arguing today, no, Dr. Singhvi, 3 days back.
The party in power.
3 days back.
50 MPs to file that.
3 days back.
We have done it previously.
3 days back, there was a Congress spokesperson on my program. And I asked the spokesperson that, can you tell me whether you have carried out corruption or not, and this vote is against corruption? And he said, you want to know whether there was corruption? And he answered in 2 very interesting words. He said, hell yeah. I thought that was a confessional moment. Tonight you are saying 1.2 billion Indians may have done something wrong, so we might have done something wrong as well.
I can't answer.
So why can't you, sir?
You are flitting like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. You are flitting like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I can only stick to the topic.
You didn't complete that. You didn't complete that.
Better than Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I know Muhammad Ali, but why do you complete that? No, flitting like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your eyes can't hit.
Let me answer your question.
Well, I mean, Dr. Singhvi.
Although it's a ridiculous question.
It's not, it's the most pertinent question.
Perverse suggestion. I am saying on your program that please ask all 750 MPs to file the affidavit.
Accept the challenge.
Congress MP shall file the affidavit.
Accept the challenge. It's an open challenge on Newshour. Accept the challenge,
Sambit. The debate again.
Accept the challenge. But I say go back and...
Arnab, let me remind you that our MPs had already filed the affidavit.
In 2011, not now.
Yes, 2011 we had filed the...
Not all of them. 112 of your 150, not 3.
Yes,
50 of your 51. So 4 of them did not. Who are these 4?
Please let me tell you, the procedure was started as far as black money is a core issue today. Thanks to the Bharatiya Janata Party that it becomes a core issue today. No one was discussing about the black money before Bharatiya Janata Party brought it into the core issue.
Professor wanted a counter here.
I want to tell you, Arnab.
Yeah.
I have to go now.
Arnab, I want to mention one important thing which you mentioned actually. These
Dr. Singhvi, please don't go.
Double taxation avoidance. These are what are called 92 land mines which has been kept in our financial system. Because we have got absurdly Xerox copies of these with the Cayman Island, Virgin Island and other who have zero taxes. What is the whole idea of having this? And all the money is going to be covered under taxes.
Well, you know,
most of it is
Dr. Singhvi is not on the debate.
Money.
No, Dr. Singhvi is not on the debate. We're anyway running over time. But my question tonight is this: that the
point. This government must constitute, like under Uma Bharati, they have constituted cleaning of Ganga. They should constitute a ministry to clean up this financial system. I'm telling
Without
you.
a doubt, but
Because
you know,
domestic black money and external black money is eating into our entire wealth.
I think there is also a moral responsibility on this government that if anyone in the previous government, anyone in the previous government or related to someone in the previous government had one of these accounts, there is a moral responsibility on this government on revealing the person's name while beginning an investigation. It just has to. And it's not something which can be held out as a suggestion. I think there should be a direct approach on it. The name of the person should be made public. An example should be made on the person. And I'm asking this question to everyone watching tonight. Should this black money holder come forward, confess or be exposed? That question goes to all. Thank you very much for joining us.